Yo, give me a sip in real quick. All right. So, excuse me on that. We here back with another episode, YouTube family. I've been appreciating all the support, the people that decide to comment, people that decide to share, and definitely the people that decide to subscribe to what I'm doing. Alright, so on this topic, we will be speaking on. Excuse me, I just ate. We'll be speaking on Sean Kingston and his mom. Okay, we all know Sean Kingston. Was he with Young Money, Cash Money at one point in time? He was with, I want to say he was with Cash Money at some point in time back in the day. But he one of those pop reggae artists that hit the scene in his teens. You feel what I'm saying? Like a Justin Bieber, but Justin Bieber ain't do reggae, but you know, hit the scene in his teens and shit like that. So, you got Sean Kingston and his mom facing 20 years for $1 million scam after blowing trial. So they had a scam where they got $1 million supposedly. Then they blew trial. And they're also being sued by a car dealership and jeweler. Usually we be sued by a car dealership. It's because of non-payment, or that's where they start go to repo your shit. But either that, or I want to say damage to a vehicle. You could have returned the vehicle and it been damaged and refused to pay for this, and they say, hey, we're gonna sue because you got us paying for this and that, and you're Sean Kingston and all this and that. That could be it. And with the jeweler, what people may not know is these people that had this jewelry they put on social media and they have on them during interviews and shit like that, and online. Sometimes one, they could be fake, or two, not completely paid off, where they're making payments on the jewelry. Now I don't know about no jeweler, going after the actual merchandise, like we gonna hunt you down and take it off your neck type shit. But it's usually for non-payment, and they usually decide they gonna sue. And once again, Sean Kingston. We don't know your deposit statements, your bank statements, but we do know. What we do know is that you're Sean Kingston. Sue Sean Kingston, maybe you get some shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, when Sean's mother was in jail for scamming, they said Sean's mother was in jail for scamming also when Sean was younger and first on the scene and shit. So that's not her first time getting jammed up like that, so I'm thinking shit. And as a kid, it'd be your mama in jail and shit like that. At some point in time, you'd find out what she in jail for. I'm wondering, did that shit rub off some type of way? You feel what I'm saying? Did she teach you a certain type, a way of doing it? You feel what I'm saying? Did you run low on bread to where She like, fuck it, I know a way we could get some bread and get it not get jammed up. And as the son, you probably like, shit, bet. They still end up getting jammed up behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? So they basically they blew trial, got jammed up behind that, had to go to trial again, I'm assuming. But basically they're saying they got found guilty of the shit and facing up to 20 years. I don't think him and his mother would get 20 years, but might serve time though. Nigga might hit him with the 5-piece though. So I know moms ain't gonna be able to do it if she get 20 years. How long do we live anyway? I don't know exactly how old she is, but I know she gotta be older than 50. If you're older than 50 and you do 20 years in jail, you ain't gonna age well. I don't know nobody at that part of their life age well going into jail. You don't have the resources. You don't have. Come on, man. It's jail. You know what I'm saying? So my thoughts on this is, I said this before, right? Sometimes these artists, these rappers don't have exactly what you think they might have. You think people will spend their money well. You think they're getting all this money, especially when they popping. They may not. They might just be getting a certain amount of money. They might, you feel what I'm saying, mismanaged money. Time goes on. It's hard to, be like, oh, I accumulated $10-15 million, and for the rest of my life, I'm gonna make that. It's not gonna stay $10-15 million your whole life. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if he invested money. The shit with these charges, motherfuckers did more than invest money, embezzled money type shit. I'm just guessing. I don't know exactly how shit went down. I do not know how that shit went down. Right? But I do know they not playing with these folks. They're coming out the folks behind this PPP loan shit. Come on, man. So you got the jeweler behind the jewelry behind your ass. Then you got car people behind your ass. Then fraudulent scams, and you hit $1 million or so dollars on that shit. Yeah, buddy. You better have one of them ASAP Rocky lawyers, bro. The motherfuckers be sitting 5-10 years in jail behind that shit. Might go to the feds. That's a federal charge. That's $1 million. That's a federal charge. That ain't no state case. The average person don't have no $1 million. You know what I mean? How much working and time does it take an average person to even equal up to have made $1 million over time? Come on, bro. And you did that scheming and scamming. But like I said, that should let you know, man, these artists don't be having what they say. They can't. And then they trying to keep up with a certain lifestyle. No one wants to see a Sean Kingston as a greeter at Walmart or a cashier at a Circle K or this and that. You have a certain type of lifestyle. Motherfuckers don't want to go back broke. Motherfuckers' bills be due. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you're a popping artist. You feel what I'm saying? You're a known artist. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I don't think you know songs that's just popping like that. But you're a known person. I'm assuming you could drop some music and make some revenue off that shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm assuming whether you're independent or with a label, I'm assuming a Sean Kingston could drop a couple bodies of music, visuals, and motherfucking put the shit out on social media platforms that get you. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be $1 million, but it's legal revenue. Because facing up to 20 years, even at your age, I know dude is over 30. You feel what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, hey, you can have your house paid for, your cars paid for, this, that, this, and that, but people still got life that goes on. I'm not saying he don't have his shit paid for and this and that. But like I said, you still trying to live a certain type of lifestyle. You still trying, you're not trying to go back to the bare minimum. You're not trying to go back to wondering what you're going to eat. So you're going to do something to, okay, if I get this chunk of money, yeah, I'll be straight. If I get this chunk of money, I'll be straight for a little minute. But then let's say they would have got away with that shit. Does it really stop? And that's the thing. Does it really stop? You accumulate $1 million doing something, and no one seemingly doesn't notice. Do you stop right then and there? Do you wait till the money starts running low and then it starts becoming an inch and saying, hey, I could do this again. I got away with it once. Let's risk it again. Or does it become instantly? Do I instantly do it again since it doesn't seem like I got caught up? But Sandy got caught up. And it doesn't make it any better if you blow trial. That's basically like you're a flight risk. Because that's why people keep you in jail until trial, because they feel like people gonna blow trial. It's gonna get close to trial day. It's gonna get to trial day, and motherfuckers can skid out. Now you gotta look for them again. Now it's a manhunt. Now we jam them up again. Now you gotta and then you gonna get charged for blowing trial. Some people, if they don't feel that you're a flight risk, they'll let you fight the certain cases out on the street. Like, alright, you got Yellow Beezy, he's fighting his case from out on the street. He was jammed up, they paid the bond got lowered, paid that, got out, boom. You feel what I'm saying? But you got someone like Diddy, I guess they feel like he a flight risk. So he's sitting in waiting until trial. Because in certain cases, they're not gonna just let you just take a plea and pay this. They didn't even want Diddy money. They want you to face these certain charges. And there's no bond, there's no nothing. There's no plea deal on the table for certain shit. So Sean and them ain't getting no plea deal. And you blue child. Come on. You know, ain't no bail, nah. Now you gotta sit there and face them charges. And additional charges. Come on, man, that shit ain't going. 20 years, I don't think they gonna get 20. I don't think they gonna get 10. Motherfucker might have to sit down about 5 years. If it was a nigga like me, they'll give me 10 to 20, but I don't have the money that they got. I don't have the resources motherfuckers got. So I'm a sit and duck. They got a better opportunity. I don't look at that. We all take risks. We all take risks, but is it worth the reward? And you can't say mom ain't play a role in this shit, because like I said, she was jammed up behind this shit once before. Then years later, now you back jammed up with this shit, now with your adult son. So some type of way that shit run in the family. Some type of way that shit, got put into play. These days it's so hard to get away with shit. It's harder to get away with shit now. This ain't the 80s and 90s, bro. This ain't motherfuckers going runs for 5, 10, 30 years and get caught up at the end of their life. These motherfuckers is getting caught up. Yeah. And the feds, I'm assuming this a federal case. Cause the feds gonna come when they got shit stacked on your crazy ass. And y'all blue child. So they probably let them fight that shit on the street. And they skedaddle. They got up out of there. That's crazy. That's crazy. He gonna have to sit down for this shit. I know they gonna have to sit. They gonna have to sit them both down. Mama gonna have to sit down. Son gonna have to sit down. It's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Then trial, and you was found guilty. Now we just waiting on a number. Damn, Sean went from a palm star, but I started seeing him. Sean started hanging with them NBA boys, man. Them NBA niggas, man. I'm telling you. And I don't mean the professional basketball players either. I started seeing the nigga want to be down. You with No Cap, you with Young Boy and 3 and all them and a pop star like you? Come on, man. You want to be down. You want to be down. I ain't gonna knock you, but you want to be down. But, we just waiting on a number, man. More power to him and Mon Dukes. They wasn't out there hurting nobody. They was just scheming and scamming. Goddamn. I ain't heard no music from that dude. It's crazy. They let you know times getting hard for niggas. But yeah, man, y'all fuck with me on this shit, man. Yeah. We got more shit to talk about, more shit to get into, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash that subscribe button if you haven't, bro.